Hi, my name is Kathy Howland, and I'm a 4-H Extension agent in Powhatan County. I'm glad you could join us for our next session on the solar systems. We're going to be looking at the phases of the moon and how the moon affects our tides. The moon does not produce any light on its own. The light we see coming from the moon is actually light reflected from the sun, kind of like a mirror. The sun is the strongest source of light in our solar system. Every moon and planet that's visible in our solar system is reflecting light from the sun. The reflected light enters our eyes, and that's what allows us to see. So we're going to do a little activity now to give you more of a visual on the moon and how it operates. All you need is a styrofoam ball, a wooden skewer or a pencil, and just put it right inside. This styrofoam ball now is our moon. I got the lamp off my desk, took the shade off, and voila, we have a sun. I'm going to turn the overhead light off to get it a little darker for our moon. And all you do for this activity is you hold your arm out straight and you're going to walk to the left. Your whole body is going to go around this light source, and hopefully you're going to be able to see the reflection on the moon and how the phases on our moon are visible to you. So I'm kind of going slow. But as you move the moon, you'll begin to see the different phases. So right here, all we can see really is right here, a very thin layer of reflection there. And it's getting bigger as we come behind the sun. On the other side, we're going to have more of that moon showing. But remember that our moon doesn't make its own light. It doesn't make its own light. It only reflects from the lamp or the sun, in the real deal. And those phases are then caused by how much reflected light we can see from the earth. So when we're down on, in our backyard at night and we look up, we can only really see the reflected light. And that's what we're seeing as part of the moon. And that's what causes those phases, because it's constantly moving, and it orbits around the earth every 27 days. So these phases repeat each other, just like a cycle. So it cycles as it orbits every 27 days. So that's how our moon phases happen. The illuminated shape of the moon that's visible from Earth is called a phase. As the moon orbits the Earth, we can see a different amount or section of the moon is lit by the sun from our perspective on Earth. I'm sure you've been outside when the moon doesn't appear to be there at all. The night sky is pitch black. What's happened in this situation? When you can't see the moon at all, this phase is called a new moon. Several days after a new moon, we see it as a sliver of light called the crescent moon. As the moon appears larger and larger, it becomes a quarter moon and gibbous moon. A full moon is visible when the whole side of the moon facing the earth is totally reflected by the sun. What causes tides in Earth's oceans? Have you ever thought about that? What causes the tides to do what they do? Since we're talking about the moon this time, any guesses of what it might be or what it's related to? The pull of the moon's gravity affects the water of the oceans and causes tides. So if you guessed the moon, you were partially right. It's the moon's gravity, though. High and low tides are caused by the phases of the moon. The moon's gravitational pull tugs on the water in the ocean, creating high and low tides. The moon has an effect on us even when we can't see it. Thanks so much for joining me today.